Wow. So the reason why Gowther is like this to this day is that he threw away his heart. He didn't want to feel like this ever again. Wow. Hey guys, how's it going on? I'm Sam here to do a review on the Nanatsu no Taizai. This is the side story. So if you guys were wondering, I believe this week would have been chapter 213, I believe, or 212, whatever chapter was. If you guys are wondering where that chapter is, this is the side story. So this was what was published in place of the original chapter. So next chapter will be coming back to the original story. To be honest, it was said last chapter, I think. It was said on like the side, on like the last page. But if you guys were just wondering, hang on, where's my because I know some people were thinking that they'd get the side story and the chapter, and I was like, whoa, bro, chill. Like, you'd be having the cover sensei 24/7 writing on the panels, literally, to get all of that coming out. But no, it's just the side story this week. Next week we'll come back to the original chapter. But either way, this side story was so awesome because we found out why Gowther originated from the title Goat Sin of Lust, and it's just crazy because a lot of these sins, they originated this title, but it went for like this. They originated it not because they done purposely something, but it was like they were framed, but at the same time they weren't. For example, like Gowther, yeah, kind of he did commit an act, like, but it wasn't like that. Like, he didn't actually go out lustfully to rape her. It wasn't like that. Like, they were in love. So yeah, it's kind of like it's kind of tragic, not gonna lie, because for all of this is why Gowther's like why he is now. But before we get into all of these Gowther stuff, I want to talk about the original Gowther for a second, and just a bit about the timeline and how hype this chapter was. Because if you think about it, so we find out that the Kingdom of Liones, that is basically it is founded on the roots of the Fairy King Forest. Now, it's kind of hard to think of it because now the Fairy King Forest in the present timeline where King and Elaine was, that's not where the Kingdom of Liones is right now. So it's obviously been changed, it's been moved a bit. But either way, it seems like the kingdom was grown basically where Stigma is. So where the location of Stigma, where the Fairy King Forest 3,000 years ago, that is where the Kingdom of Liones is now. So this is kind of powerful. It's kind of getting you thinking, hang on, wait, what's going, like, whoa, it's kind of mind-blowing right there. But what it gets even more mind-blowing is the fact that original Gowther was there. So this kind of makes me sad because I hope it basically means that Gowther's gonna die. Original Gowther. We only saw him for a chapter and he like wrecked our minds because he's so awesome. He looks so hype, but he's gonna die. I don't know if it's gonna be Meliodas which kills him, but yeah, he dies, and that's why. This is the thing. It doesn't make sense. This is why I'm confused. Okay, so Gowther, original Gowther, created Gowther whilst he was in prison. Now that Gowther died, he transferred his. I don't think he transferred his heart to Gowther. Like, now that original Gowther died, I don't think he transferred his heart to Gowther. But it kind of makes you think, hang on. Last chapter, Gowther, as in Gowther that we know from the 7 Deadly Sins, he was just like, okay, I'm about to die now, my time has come, it's finished, because the original Gowther's out. So I'm thinking, what the flip happened then? So, did Meliodas get involved? Did the Archangels, like, I don't know, did the Demon King himself? I have no clue, but either way, from this chapter, it seemed that original Gowther died, and so obviously, whilst he was in prison, he kind of created Gowther, but when he died, he gave something to Gowther. We don't know what that was. I don't know if it was the heart. It may have been the heart. He may have given Gowther a heart just as he was about to die. But it seemed like just as he was about to die, he tried to entrust his wishes into Gowther, but Gowther didn't manage to get it, or something like that. I don't know. But I do hope that original Gowther doesn't die, because he looks pretty awesome with, the whole goatee and everything. He just looks like a G. And I'm kind of interested to see how did he get on the damn wheelchair. Like, how did that happen? Please fill it in. And it makes me so excited. I said this in the last review as well. This Holy War happened 3,000 years ago, but Gowther was imprisoned even before that, because he was in prison for at least 500 years, and he was imprisoned by the Demon King. So imagine that. Gowther was imprisoned personally by the Demon King. The Demon King had to imprison him for a certain reason because he didn't want him out in the real world. It gets you a little bit worried because you're thinking, hang on, how strong is this original Gowther? Like, how threatening and terrifying must he be for that the Demon King himself had to imprison him? It kind of makes you think like, whoa, this is kind of like a bit hyped right there. So yeah, aside from that, we get basically, so Gowther, before Gowther kind of threw away his heart and was just like, I don't want to feel any emotions anymore, he was a loving man. He still had that same curiosity, but he falls in love with a girl, a princess, I believe, or a lady called Nadja, or Nadja, something like that. I'm obviously pronouncing that incorrectly, but it is what it is. Falls in love with a girl, and he realizes that this girl's dying. So their relationship that they're having, she's dying, and in like the last moments, as you know, as they're about to, you could say, consummate their love, she dies right then and there. And obviously, she says something to Gowther, and she says that our hearts are the same, which is obviously symbolic for like we're lovers, we're the same, you and I, our hearts are tied together. And Gowther literally thought, okay, if our hearts are the same, I can bring you back with my heart. That's what Gowther kind of thought, and obviously it was incorrect, and Gowther was framed, not framed, but Gowther, that was seen, so obviously Gowther was imprisoned and executed for sexual acts of, sexual acts. But obviously that's not really it's not really what he did, but he did. You kind of see what I mean? But yeah, either way, this chapter was sad though, because like, at first, the start of it was just like, okay, it's like a love story kind of thing, but then he was just like, what? Please come back, I thought I'd help you. And like, you see him crying, you see his heart open, and it's just like, bro, this is sad. Like, really, really sad. So, yeah, this chapter, I really do like, I think I like Gowther more as a character after getting this, because I'm not gonna lie to you guys, before it, he weren't my favourite. Like, there was just nothing which stood out for me. I just thought he was just a little bit of a annoyance, to be honest, because he just kept meddling with people. But now that we know the whole backstory of the fact that actually, hang on, he used to feel, he was created to live out those dreams of Gowther. And I believe that the dreams that original Gowther had was, I think original Gowther just wanted to live a life, you know, just wanted to experience things and live for himself. Bear in mind, he was given the commandment of selflessness, so in counteract to that, he probably just wanted to live for himself, and that's why he created Gowther for doing so. And now that Gowther did live for himself and realised that there's hardships in life, realised that there's tragedy, he didn't want any of that, and he gave his heart up, gave his heart away. So yeah, it was a sad side story, not gonna lie, but I do like Gowther much more. I really hope original Gowther is not dead. Now I know there's a theory, people are saying that obviously now that 3,000 years ago, now that, because Diane and King are there, and they basically just told Gowther, I'm from the future. Why would you do that? Like, no, you don't tell someone that, you don't tell your enemy that especially. But you know, if someone had to say, if someone was going to say it was obviously going to be Diane and King, like, those are the two characters which would have, like, blurted out the truth to anyone, pretty much. But, yes, so, I know there's a theory, a lot of people are thinking that original Gowther, in knowing this, he's going to try and come to the future. I don't know how that would happen, to be honest. But either way, now that I've seen original Gowther, I don't want him to die. I really don't. And he was there. He was literally in the cellar of Lyonesse, which is obviously where the Fairy King forest and all that kind of stuff. He was there for 3,000 years. So, he was holding his breath for some time, bro. Like, he was dying. That's kind of deep. He was there for 3,000 years. Wow. I wonder who put him down. Who do you think defeated him? Do you think it's Meliodas? Do you think it's an archangel? Do you think it's someone from the Demon Clan? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. This is Shinigami Sam. Peace out, guys, and I'll see you next week for that greatness that is Nanatsu and Taizai. If you liked anything I'd say, please drop a like. That would be greatly appreciated. Let's continue the discussion down below about Gowther. Peace out and